Welcome to Six's Overdrive 45 RPM edition, which means we'll be talking about vinyl and audio, all things audio, instead of talking about motorcycles and pellet smokers today. So, if that's what you're into, let's get it going. Okay, I'm glad you stuck around because, you know, something that's been missing in my life is the enjoyment of music, actually sitting down and listening to music. So this is my first video about getting back into that and getting back into vinyl. That's right. I started to go for the old turntable and vinyl, and I wanted to share my experience with you because I've been enjoying so much getting back into records. So I'm going to give you a record review of Daft Punk Random Access Memories today. I'm going to go through the cover art and tell you why I would buy this or why I would recommend that you buy this album. So one of the things I'm going to try to do on this channel is I'm going to try to link the album playlist with what we're doing here. So down below you'll see a Spotify link in the comment section. All you have to do is click on that and you can listen to this album on Spotify and see what you think and see if I hit the nail on the head with my review. But first we're going to get into looking at all the fun things. It's always nice to have vinyl because while you're sitting and listening to it, usually there's a package in here for you of lyrics and art and all the rest of it that the band wanted to do. So let's get into this album right away and see why I bought it, and let's get into the album art first. This is the front. And then on the back, we've got a, all the song titles on here. This is a double album. This looks like, even though it's upside down on the front here, as you can see, this is what this looks like inside. This nice synthesizer here looks absolutely massive. And that's a little bit about what Daft Punk is all about, right? Is the synthesizers. So, let's see what we have in the pullouts. That's really nice, very much exactly like the cover. Look at this, eh? Wow. That's pretty nice. This is a nice album to really get into. For those of you that want the audiophile experience, these guys really mastered this album. Daft Punk is just two basically programmers that are fairly famous, but with this album they did something different. Instead of just going synthesized music and clicks and tracks and everything, they actually hired musicians to come in and play the parts, and then they arranged them later in Pro Tools. So this is a different sounding album. It's almost like 70s funk a little bit mixed in with some modern music. Now this isn't overly modern, but like I think we're talking 2013 or something like that. Yeah, 2013. It took them 4 years to make it with all the different artists that they had popping in and out. And let's take a look. It's 180 gram, which is a little bit nicer than your typical record. It's a little bit thicker, deeper grooves, as you can see there. It's got a nice weight to the record. Let me just check the sleeve that this is. It's just a paper sleeve, so you're probably going to want to get yourself a nicer sleeve so your record doesn't scratch. So what's in the second one? Because this is a double album, and it's just the second album. Now let's see, was this... Now this is a 33 1/3 RPM record. You'll see some of these nice audiophile records sometimes come at 45 RPM, which gives you more space into the groove, which gives a little bit more of an accurate rendering of the song. But you will not have a problem with how this album sounds. If you've got a hi-fi system, it's definitely going to impress people. Just so you guys know, I definitely like a nicer stereo. I wouldn't call myself a full-out audiophile. I'm not constantly spending money on audio equipment, but I like to have good sound. So what about the music? Well, the music is very danceable, but it's also different. One of my favorite songs on here gives tribute to Giorgio Moroder. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, one of the first real digital music pioneers. And basically they got him to come in and record himself speaking, and then they put music over top. But what they're doing with the music is really cool, because they take all these clips that they had of real musicians, and then they put some digital effects into them and everything. And it really, by the end of the song, they have it just rocking. This thing is funky. It's a really cool song. That's one of the highlight songs of it. Another one is Get Lucky. Of course, everybody knows that hit. We're here to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. You know, that song is on here, and that's the kind of funky sound that this has. It's really a departure for Daft Punk to do this album. And I'm not being anything original by saying that you should get this one for your audio collection, because I've looked and it's on a lot of people's top 10 record collected, like records to buy. If you're buying vinyl for an audiophile system, this is usually in the top 10. And it's very easy to find. It ran me $45. I actually got it for Christmas from my kids. I just asked for it. But it's really nice sounding. It's really punchy. It'll give your bass a workout, that's for sure. So anyway, guys, I hope you take the time to listen to Random Access Memories. The link is down below to Spotify. Even if you don't have a Spotify account, you can still listen because I gave you the link. Anyway, guys, this is Six's Overdrive doing the 45 RPM edition. Remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Six's Overdrive. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.